drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 7, go!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 17 yards out. And the Browns post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Now for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Presley. Short throw caught by Bowers. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Man open left side is Brown. Escapes the defender. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for Vegas. 43 yards. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught once again by Brown. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
No, no.
They'll try to run for it with Genty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Jeanty, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
Roughing a kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Pass to 60. Pass to 60. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pearson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
19-18.
They'll run on first down. Carrington. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9.
70 Timberwolves. Chevrolet, hey.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carrington. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? If you're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. Pearson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Flag. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hey, check that. Check.
Now a handoff up the middle. Carrington. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Back to throw. Pearson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Ready. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got the first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. As the season kickoff game is underway, we are counting down the hours until Sunday, our first full slate of games to bring you all the scores and highlights. Until then, let's get after it. And here's the Steeler wideout. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Steelers come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. From there, we bring you another opener that's got some real star power to it. And this is the Lions quarterback. He connects here on a 36-yard touchdown. The Lions wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. Lastly, got one more to show you here. And this is the quarterback of the Dolphins.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Cougar 19, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Ready.
Looking to throw. Pearson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60. Warrior 70. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pearson trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
70.
They'll look to throw again. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Up the middle they go. Carrington trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Off play action. Pearson Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Pearson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The 5-yard line. Let's go. Ready.
Back to throw. Pearson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. But now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right. He struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Presley. This will be caught by Brown. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Get ready, ready. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Ready, ready.
On first down, Carrington. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Cougar 19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it. And his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
And the Raiders first down.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Operating from the gun, Presley. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talks about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to the left side, pulled in by Besh. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Presley. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
On fourth down, Presley letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Carrington. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs. And that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Here we go. 65.
Looking to throw. Pearson. And a quick throw here that's complete. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
On the jump.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Get it. Ready.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Pearson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow give the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
2 yards on the pickup.
Back to throw. Presley. He finds his man. Complete. It's Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
A gain of 16 yards.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Ready?
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
Let's go. 70.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, holding to 7, if we make one more play, could have had our shutout.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
A new rookie class has joined the team. There are a lot of hopes for this group, and one player was drafted to make an immediate impact in the lineup.
70 Lions. Check out. Let's go now. Viking 18. Go. Tag. 60 Bison. 6. Down. Ready. Set up. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready. Come on, come on. Ready, ready. Here we go, here we go. Huh. Ready, ready. Count. Ready. Set. Ready. Hunt. Ready. Check out. Here we go. Shot. Go. Let's go. Get up. Set. Ready. Let's go now. Ready, ready. Set. Huh. Down. Ready. Set it. Hut, hut. Come on, come on. Set. 70 Timberwolf. Let's go. Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70. Ready, ready. Cougar 19. Let's go. Ready. 18 Cardinal. Let's go. Here we go. Shot. Viking 18. Ready, ready. Set. 19. Charge. Let's go. Cowboy 80. Let's go. Tag. 70 Timber. Go. Let's go now. 60 Eagles. Ready? Here we go. Shot. Hawk 70. Ready? Set up. Viking 18. Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80. Down. 18 Cardinal. Ready. Ready. 70 Lion. Let's go. Ready, ready. Panther 60. Let's go.
sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. On one sideline, there's the head coach of the Browns. His guys got the season started on the right foot, a home victory in the season opener. Across from him, Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh. His team also winners in their opener, so a couple of 1-0 teams doing battle here. Time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Whoa! He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So here come the Chargers. The offense getting set to come out. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him. He continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate. This is going to be a hard group to beat.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. RPO, that one is complete, and he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at their 48-yard line.
They'll run, and this is Amarian Hampton. He'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 9. Throwing now from the gun. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. The left side, catch made by McConkey. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. And it sets up 4th down. That one is good. And the Chargers will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be let out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. If he does that, I tell you what, I really like their chances.
What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 yards down to the 16. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. This time they're ready for... Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The kicking team off for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Browns move out to a 7-3 lead.
Chargers 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Chargers offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. So, Greg, the home opener after winning on the road, I know you've said it a bunch, there's a different satisfaction for a team to go on the road and get a win. So it's got to feel good to start your home season at 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves to play week 1 at home. Your fans are into it. The hope and the optimism of the season is at an all-time high, but it doesn't always go that way. So they go on the road and they get a win. So now expectations coming back to your home field, your home crowd. Now everyone's really juiced up. So this is going to be a great environment, a great week 2 opportunity for them to not only start 2-0, but to get to 1-0 at home.
A gain there of 16 yards. 1st down, L.A.
10 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go now.
A give, and here comes Hampton. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. We're going to put a man in motion to the right. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Browns with the advantage. We're back in Southern California in a moment. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter, and they are facing a 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down. From the 50. No chance at all. He'll go down.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. That's to the running back, Amarian Hampton. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back set to go once more. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
1st down, Browns.
No! Cowboy 80! 60 by 60.
Now, faking the give. Forced out wide. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Back to 60. Back to 60.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick 1st down. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break.
Check!
They'll run out of the gun with Hampton, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. On 2nd and 10, though, try to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is caught. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That hit. TD catch of the season.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense, and then look. You say about that ball, I mean, you can't put that. Ball in a better spot, and with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Chargers are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns offense about ready to take over once more. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has the ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
1st and 10.
Come on. Hey. 77, Panther 11. Go.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. He's got it at the 3.
Once the quarterback gets flushed out of the pocket, Mike, he has to make a split-second decision. Does he remain a passer and give his guys time downfield to work open? Or does he turn into a runner, just try to pick up some positive yards with his legs? I think in this case, the extra time paid off.
It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. That's going to be good for a Chargers first down, as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. They'll look to throw. Now he'll air one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Lambeau Field in Green Bay, the Packers at home to take on the visiting Dallas Cowboys. And here's the Packer wideout. Just get his hands on the football and let him do the rest. 58 yards for the score. The Packers are in the win column. They win it in front of the home faithful and move to 1-1. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions as they host the Denver Broncos. And this is the Lions quarterback. He connects on a 19-yard touchdown pass. The Lions are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Lastly, let's go out to Santa Clara, the 49ers hosting the Seattle Seahawks. And this is Kenneth Walker.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Pass right side going to be taken in by Walker. And he's out of bounds up close to the 45-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. It's a Browns first down.
Let's go now.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And that'll be a pickup of 3. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6.
Bronco switch. 60 by 6. 60 by 6.
Now a give up the middle. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
A gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
37-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
19 Charger. 19 Charger.
They'll throw out of the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
It might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Here we go. Alert. Alert. Bronco 80.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Ready. Cougar 19.
Ready. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Browns. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The extra point is good. And the Browns are out to a 21-10 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Chargers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down.
On the ready. Let's go now.
Quick throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Go. Hut, 77 Wolf.
Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
Ready, break.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw again. He'll step up and run this. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing. There's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. On the ground, Hampton. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. Well short of the 1st down marker.
It's 4th down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
Drive will start on the ground. And now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Brings up the second and 5.
Here we go. Here we go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First down.
Ready, ready. 19.
Up the middle they go. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. The Chargers going to use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
First down.
When you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far that has proven to not be the case.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's a toss, right side. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
They'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And they get it at the 18-yard line. The drive stays alive. First down picked up.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat, 60.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. He's got a receiver wide open, left side. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
His kick is good. Makes the score Browns 28, Chargers 10.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Ready.
They send the tight end in motion. They'll come out throwing here. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
A loss of 7 brings up 2nd and 17.
Back to throw.
19-yard line.
He'll find Hampton out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So it's a win for the Browns. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0.